Hey, we are back with Dialogue 340. We got the same amazing guest with us. We talk about social media influence, or in some case, just influence. But we want to continue the conversation about that, and we want to talk about what is good and bad influence, right? So, Irene, I'm coming to you first.
Of course.
I want to ask you, right? So let's say there's somebody who wants to become a new content creator, right? What would you, what advice would you provide to them as in creating good content or being of good influence?
To be themselves. That's number one. Don't try to be extra. Try to start where you are and highlight what it is that you do. Because a lot of the times we think what we do isn't enough. And when we showcase it to somebody else, it's actually pretty cool. It's just that we're used to doing it. And we actually have the balls to do it. What else would I tell them? There are going to be good responses and negative responses. And sometimes it's going to teach you lessons on how to be a better person. And anything outside of that, you could just throw it out with the bathwater. Just keep the baby. That's it for right now.
So let me just say just a pro aspect of things. Let's say somebody just goes out and say, "Hey, I just want to be a content creator," and they get like 5 likes, and they just feel devastated, right?
Mm-hmm.
What would you tell them? Because there's like a thin line between, all right, do I want to post something engaging or authenticity? How do you make sure both lines are kept?
So, okay, you gotta be authentic, but you also have to think strategically, like what would be the best outcome, visually. How would I keep them engaged within the first couple of seconds versus they just gone because this is boring. Repeat the question again.
No, it's just about so there's a thin line between authenticity and engagement because sometimes people lose their authenticity
Just
to get engagement. Yeah.
So here's the thing. Okay, I can say so. Whatever you show people is what they will come to you for. So if I'm showcasing that I'm this super sexy, no offense to those, being all sexy because we got some sexy women in Virgin Islands.
I feel like you kind of talk about yourself a little bit, but continue.
I did not say that. Just picking up the baddies, you know what I'm saying? Baddies. But if you want to be in constant swimsuit commercials and things like that, then you have to showcase that you can model, that you look good in a bikini. But if you are wanting to be seen for not only that, your intellectuality, the fact that you're good with finances, that you are a mom and that you're a working great person within the community, but all you showcase is that, then that's all you're going to get. So you have to really be intentional about what you put out there because you're going to then attract what it is that you put out.
That's a good one. Let me pass the question to Joe. What would you tell somebody as advice to be a good influence?
You see, I've been going back and forth ever since you asked the question. So, use terms like good or bad.
Yeah.
Like, what dictates that?
I want you to, from your aspect, I know it's subjective, right? But what would you, let me ask it a different way, right? What?
What?
No. We stop recording?
No, I haven't done it.
My bad.
I swear we don't do it live. Ask me the question again.
Okay, so I will ask it in a different way, right? I'm going to ask it.
Is that the question?
Okay, so I'm going to ask the question in a different way for you, right? From your perspective, what would you consider to be good influence versus what would be bad influence? I know it's a tough subject.
You didn't ask me this one.
When it comes to influence, good or bad, I guess overall a good influence would be you influencing people to do something that positively affects others' lives.
Mm-hmm.
A negative influence would be the exact opposite. However, my thing is there's a tribe for everyone.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, post for you, don't post for likes. Your tribe will find you. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you want to talk about stuff that is controversial or whatever, and that's what you believe in, or that's what you're into, or you want to find other people that align with that, who am I to say whether it's positive or negative? Now, obviously, there's content that negatively affects other people's lives. Like, there's agendas that talk negatively about race and, what I'm saying, all that other stuff. Obviously, that's negative, but that's what you believe. I'm not going to tell you you can't. So do what you believe, and then your tribe will find you. Consequences, I ain't got nothing to do with that.
I only ask that because we also live in a small community. You go and you want nobody get a head bust on us. So
Well, that's a consequence, and that's something you have to understand. If you decide you want to make content about this thing, you have to understand if they see you at Martha's Deli, they might catch you slipping.
I got to get someone and then fight.
Yeah, I'm accusing for anybody had to get bust on or violence.
Thing. I believe that in freedom of speech and all that, I also believe in freedom of consequences.
100%.
I know that if I say something, I call somebody's name on this camera right now, I could step out of here. And so what you guys have done? I know that.
Yeah.
Like, y'all need to really understand. Life doesn't begin when you start recording it.
Right, Gary.
You know what? And it brings me to this thought, right? I heard this like a quote, right? There's two sets of people, right? There's people who live in the real world and then they go to the internet. There's people who live in the internet and then come to the real world from time to time. And I think that kind of aligns with what you're talking about. Like some people get gassed up by the internet because they see I got hundreds of likes and all this reaction, but then they don't realize that somebody will hit them with a real Mario Kart shell.
Yeah, there's a lot of people that like they're in this bubble, they're in this echo chamber, and they're seeing the comments that align with them and dismissing the ones that don't, and then be surprised when they get surrounded by people that do not like what you just said. That's a thing. Like you need to expect it. So whatever you say, be able to stand on it.
That's my part, because a lot of the times you have people pushing this narrative of what their life looks like, but they really about it.
A facade, basically.
I can't stand it because if anything that I do, I'm going to be authentic, and if I'm going to do it, I'm going to be unapologetic about it. And a lot of the times you have people that show face online, and then in real life they can't own up or stand up to the standard that they've placed online, or they're hypocrites.
My favorite will be the court warriors. They put all these quotes about doing this and that, and they live their lives entirely different to the quotes. So it's like you putting up something and we know you in real life, I hope you know that.
Or they're dragging people down when they know themselves they can't even live up to that expectation.
And that's not positively influencing them. Like, should it matter what they do if they're positively influencing people with their messages on there?
No, because I feel that being disauthentic, just like being authentic, is being disingenuous. That's the word. And people, I feel like energy attracts energy. So if I'm living this authentic life and I'm standing up to who I say I am and what my morals are and what I believe in, and you're just doing it for the clout, you will get the same type of people in your circle and keep building on that with no characters, no morals, no standards, and a lack of integrity.
Yeah.
That's negative to me. It looks good on the outside, but it's negative in real life.
So let me go to Fee for a second, right? Let's just say somebody just say, hey, Fee, I see what you've been doing for a while, and I want to start this business. Not clothing co. We ain't trying to have competition could be good. But let's just say this person comes to you and say, hey, I want to promote my business, right? What advice would you give them to create good influence? And what would you tell them? You probably shouldn't do that.
No rules, man. I wouldn't tell anybody nothing they shouldn't do because I haven't figured out everything. I still trying to figure out everything myself. I feel like you just need to try, you need to start, and then just learn from your mistakes and just keep growing. That's really how it go. Because some things I get to the point that I don't even care anymore. Because the stuff that I think don't go crazy never does, and the stuff that I don't even think people don't care about is the ones everybody loves. So I just stop. I just do one, just you, because sometimes is what time you post it and who is the.
That's a big thing too.
The first if the first 10 or 20 people that like your stuff see it and then they start commenting, now they're showing it to more people. And this one might be 10 times better, but that audience ain't catch it as you post it and start commenting. It's just, You don't know. So I just say just keep trying. That's it. Just stay consistent.
Stay consistent.
And you're gonna just naturally get better in anything you do in the more time you put it. You know?
Okay, so I want to go back. I want to ask this question to the open room, right? Because there was like there was a discussion about it, and it relates to social media influence, right? Do we consider social media to be a real place? And if you do or do not believe, what should people consider before they start to post?
Social media is a real place.
Why you say that?
For sure. Just I was just saying, like you get your turtle shell in real life. Don't think
That is true.
Don't think you could pick up here because you're on social media. You have to come outside at some point. It's a real place. Like it's real consequences. Like people don't die after stuff they post on social media like that. So if you don't think it's a real place, you need to reevaluate that because it's definitely a real place.
So I don't think social media is a real place because like so much of what you see is curated to what you've liked or seen or you've said.
The algorithm,
Yeah,
basically.
like the algorithm. A lot of people aren't getting views because a lot of people like them. It's because the algorithm push this. Like it's proven that certain algorithms promote negativity on social sites. You know what I'm saying? So if I say something positive, trying to positively influence others, it won't be that gets pushed. It'll be when I'm talking down on somebody else or I said something that a lot of people won't like. That's usually what gets the most comments, I've noticed. Like if I say something about the president, that will get a lot more comments. Like as soon as I post it, there's a hate comment. I've seen people hate share people to where they became viral, right? But when they were talking positivity, it was nothing on.
So what about people that have like positive followings, like people like pastors and people that preach positivity and people that are tuned into certain women that are just be born in sage, and what about those people that just have positive messages all day that still have a big following and a huge
But again, that has been curated. It didn't just happen. Like it's not a real place, I'm saying, because there's workings going on behind it that decides this is what needs to come out. This is what.
So basically, like you're saying, manipulation and
There is because I could pay to sponsor
It's an
something.
influence.
Yes,
Influence.
like I could boost a post.
Yeah.
Like you might. Oh, I'm always seeing these people, and you think that they're very popular. You don't know that they paid.
Yeah.
That's a thing.
But it's a
It's
business.
pushed out.
It's a business. No?
It's a business that it is being manipulated. Business gets manipulated too, though.
It is,
I
yeah.
mean,
That's business. No?
just to add something, right? Let's say you talk about something like, man, I need this product, and all of a sudden it shows how to pick a type. Like
That's the thing too. So like whatever it is, I don't know how to explain it, but whatever it is that you're clicking on or viewing or staying on for even a couple of seconds, then it begins to show you an advertisement. Be like, what? This person in my head, Miss on how like I'm looking for a yellow dress. Now I see yellow dresses everywhere. My timeline is like, that's how it works.
Let me explain why I was saying it. Why I say it's not a real place because it isn't real me, right? Like I've gotten people message me and saying, all you talk about is dating. And I've actually responded to them, that's not me, that's your algorithm. Go look up my last 5 posts. I'll have one, and then there'll be 4 others talking about politics, this person's business, art, all of that day. If you go down my timeline, it's very chopped up.
No, but that's just them not doing the research.
It's both. I feel like both of y'all have
Because if they want to actually know what you post, and they're going to go to your page versus just seeing what popping up in front of them.
But that's not what's being pushed out. So there's what you like and what will keep showing up in your news feed. So if I'm like in gun violence, and that's going to show, but then it's also what they're going to keep pushing. But I think
engaging with, so they're going to show you what you engaging with.
That's why it's
you're
a
engaging,
bubble.
and then it also pushes other things so you can see, so you can engage with it, so it can be picked up on and be the height of whatever's being watched
It's
online.
showing you this thing. Like
that's what the algorithm is.
Yeah, that's what it's pushing this.
Maybe because I understand that's what it's doing. Why it's like I know it is. Like if a stripper coming to you to give you a lap dance, like I know she don't actually love me. Like I know. So what he telling me is like, yo, you know that girl don't love you? I'm like, duh. Like she here to give me a lap dance.
But there are people that
So then you have that. You have. I think that's what more or less we're talking about. So you go online and you have that, and then you have a healer. you know, but because everybody, a healer that's with crystals and talking about you gonna be fine and this is what I got in my spirit for you. If I'm a
All right, Miss Cleo.
a little mysterious, I was saying. No man. I think that social media is it is a place that highlights certain aspects of our life. I think that it's real and a lot of it is fake because it is curated. It just depends on what you're watching. You could even have an intention to showcase who you are and be the most authentic part of yourselves, but you don't necessarily know who you are. And you are pushing something that isn't really you because you haven't found yourself yet. So when they asked him the question and he didn't really want to be like if it's good or bad, I understand that because you're talking about human beings. We're not, it's dualistic. You're not just good, we're everything. We're good, we're bad, we're sad, we're angry, we're mad. So to put a fine line on this is what's good, this is what's bad is difficult. But what impact are you making? Is it a positive impact? And I think that's all you need to, is it authentic to yourself and where you want to be? Because just like Fee said, we're all growing. We're all learning. Like there's times where I look back at stuff that I posted like 2 years ago and I'm like, oh God, I cringe because I'm like, that's not who I am anymore. You know, because I've evolved into another person. But that should always be the goal. You're evolving and you're growing through yourself. And then in effect, it'll show through your social media posts.
And the reason why I also asked that question, I'll give a real world example. We may or may not know people that do this, right? I've heard from ladies that they say, hey, I see what guys like on Instagram. And because I saw that, I wanted to do this, and this. Will the alterations to their body or their appearance and stuff. So that's why I asked that question because, again, that's influence what we're talking about.
People weird.
But also I think that's why it's important for us to recognize that because maybe they need to hear from us. Like it could,
I know
that might
you
be.
know, I know where you're going. So what we push out influences people. So talking about the body thing, that is a very controversial topic. I'm a natural woman. I'm not gonna down anybody who chooses to do their body for whatever reason. Some people actually have a purpose medically or they don't feel comfortable and they gotta remove skin. Whatever it may be, that's their decision. But me, I'm the type of person I'm gonna push my natural body, my natural hair, naturally who I am. And because I'm doing that, I'm then gonna attract and promote to be natural. And that's not a bad thing. That's a good thing. That's the power of social media. Now, if I get my backside done and women are like, that's what I want to do, I'm also gonna give them my experience and say, this is what it's like during surgery, or this is what I look like in an outfit after the case. So again, what you put out is what you're gonna get back and what you're gonna build up on.
So I guess another sticking point for me on the positive and negative is the fact that your intention could be to influence someone positively to keep their body natural, but there will always be people who talk negatively about it. Like I made a post about, I saw these young men helping these young ladies get their car back up and running, right? I had to literally ask Nisi, do you think this is appropriate? Because somebody could have been like, why you posting children on it? Like, there's always someone that gonna see what you're doing and say that it's negative. Somebody gonna see this right now. Whenever they see the show, there will be negative viewpoints. We're not here to tell anybody anything negative, though. That's not our intention.
Yeah.
So mentally, I had to look at that as a reflection of like the person.
Yes.
So it's like,
I like
I
that.
don't,
It is.
yeah, like if you only have anything, like if you see something, if you see somebody giving a stranger that they don't know that's hungry or thirsty a plate of food and you find something bad to say about it, that's just you as a human. Like I don't even like that show me that something wrong with you. Like I don't even study that like at all.
I think we project. I think people project because for you it's like
Something bad is like that's just you. Something going on in your house. Your woman probably cuss you out. I don't know. And you want to come and say, yeah. No, I just said people look at the frustration in other places, you know. You want to back your woman, so you go on and this one post and talk crazy, so you could go back and forth with him. Not me. I ain't going back and forth with you.
That's or people just think this is how it should be, or they might have a like for me, I'll see things right. For instance, the food thing that's very popular. People will feed the homeless and then they post it online. I'd rather feed the homeless, and you hear it a lot without showcasing it, because I don't want anybody, this is just me, right? I don't want anybody to think I'm doing it for clout. If I'm going to do it, it's because I do it out of kindness of my heart. But people would take that, and because they think in that way for themselves, it's like, oh, well, Fee just doing this because he just want people to see him doing this big thing.
And this goes back to earlier. With me posting on social media, I used to be that person. I'm no longer that person right there. I used to be like, if you're doing something positive, why post it because you're doing something positive? But then I start to notice it's like, oh, it don't count. Like now it's like to the world, it's like it don't count. So now it changed my whole mind frame towards that, because it's like I was the person that I like to do everything in real life still, because I feel like my real life is like 10 times better than my social media. And I always on some real life stuff. But then it's like some people is like, wait, oh, you don't count. Okay, cool. So let me play the game that I want me to play so I could continue excelling, because this is the league I'm in. It's like if I in the NBA, I gotta go and put up my jump shots.
So would you do that? Would you still
No, for sure. I can't wait.
No,
I can't wait.
to feed the homeless and then post it?
The guy, where's it? I hiring somebody to come shoot every time, 100% of the time now, because it's like
Also a good influence for somebody else to do the same thing.
I noticed like no, like it don't count. So I know like I have all these genuine and real relations. The reason I have access to do everything is because I build like real relationships with people like in real life. So it's like I do a lot of stuff behind the scenes and nobody don't know about it at all for a very long time. So everybody is like, oh my God, like he's like the chosen one. No, I have genuine relationships with a lot of people from a lot of behind the scenes stuff. But I noticed it don't count. So I said, okay, cool. Now we're gonna show you.
When you say it don't count, what do you mean? Like what?
It don't count. Like for example, like say like me like doing my clothing stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
If I don't, market and advertise,
Yeah.
then some people gonna be like how he do the introduction and he said he have one of the biggest brands. I don't have one of the biggest brands because I haven't been showing stuff. Is what he say. You have one of the biggest brands. If I show you everything, you're gonna be like, oh no, he in his own league, in his own stratosphere. You check what I'm saying?
I was very,
But I just trying to say, because when you don't do that, they don't count, and then people that don't know, you know what I mean? Like I ain't really big. It might seem like I huge and like trying to post everything, but I post like 10%, and then I trying to get into posting more, and that's what I mean by it don't count, because the more that you do, like if I was in a room with Pharrell yesterday, like I'll have a conversation with him, I wouldn't say anything. If I post that, the next day is like, oh my God, you talked to Pharrell? That's the 10th time I talk to him. But if you don't show the wall, it don't count. That's what I mean by it. You know what I mean?
So it kind of leads into another. I know you probably can go like this question, right? I want to still ask everybody, right? Do you think being an influencer have gained you some form of celebrity status, or let me not say celebrity, but notoriety?
I think so.
Yeah.
I think it keep my lights on. It helped keep my lights on. I don't think it.
That's important.
I don't think it give me like celebrity status. I feel like I'm very far from like a celebrity. I decided to live in a different space. You know what I mean? So as far as being like a celebrity, like I know actual celebrities. I have friends that have personal bodyguards with them 24/7. Like I'll never look at myself as nobody don't want to do me nothing for just walking outside. You know what I mean? So I don't feel like it give me celebrity status. I feel like it keeps my brand like new and fresh, and
I'll ask the same question to you, Jeff.
It's given me some notoriety, yes, because I used to just fly in, fly out, but now I really can't. But I'm not a celebrity by any stretch. It has given me some access and privileges and like gained me some relationships, but I just see those as ways to connect and network with other people, because I need to now be in a space to where in order to grow the brand, I need to network and put people in touch with other people and do all this other stuff that I didn't have to before. So, as far as notoriety, people know me more, but even then, a lot of people don't even know my name still. They like people will genuinely call me saying difference. They don't know my name. So yes, it'll give you more attention and stuff like that, but I still feel like I'm unknown.
All right, Irene.
Yeah. Everything I've done, it's definitely give me another opportunity to do something else. And so I can't say that it hasn't given me any play. So it's something that whatever I do, I end up getting another opportunity. That opportunity gets another one. It's like, oh, you're the girl from this, and you're the girl from that, and we want you here, and could you do this for me? And that I have to learn how to say no a lot because of it and do what honors me. But yeah, being an influencer, we're gonna find the right word for it, I guess, has definitely put me out there.
All right, so just to wrap up the conversation, right? I want you guys to take an opportunity to just a minute to talk about what you have planned, what you're working on, and all the stuff that you're involved in. So I'll start with you, Irene.
No, we're gonna go to Fee because I just went.
Hey man, I just plan over the shots. More shows, more growth, more progression, more positivity, more all that good stuff, man.
Talk about the album that's coming out.
Album in January. Plan over the shots. More shows I line up. My next one is in St. Thomas on the 22nd. I think Art Basel this year, doing a pop up in Miami in December. That's just some random stuff off the top of my head, man. Just more everything, you know? And more showing it, because if you don't show it, it don't count, man. Also.
All right, you gotta put us on both of that shot.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah, show it. Just check it.
All right, you, Jeff.
Ja from the Same Difference podcast. You can follow us, Same Difference on Facebook, Same Difference 2022 on IG. It's at same_difference_pod on TikTok and at vi_very_own on YouTube. We just had an event last night. Very first Caravana was talking to the owner of Ambiance, and he was like, we should do it next year and keep growing it and growing it. So that's in the works. What we have planned is a social media break because I need some time away real quick. But please listen to and follow 101.3 Raw FM.
Bop, bop, bop.
There were some technical difficulties, but we're trying to get back on the radio because we already have a show that was on the radio. However, because of those technical difficulties, we came off and just did online. Different day with John Nisi, Sundays from 4 to 6 p.m. We're going to try to get that back on the air. And of course, we got the Same Difference podcast. Follow us, like, share, and subscribe.
I big up Nisi with all the glasses, for sure. And then Irene?
Okay, see? That was easy. Now I can talk. I was like, no, too much pressure. So Irene Ali, you could follow me on Facebook and Instagram, official Irene Ali. What am I coming up with? In terms of content, been laying low because I needed a mental break. And I will, because carnival season is coming up, I model with Simply, big up to Simply Sophisticated. I got some stuff coming up for Juve that I've done, different things just to kind of get into that carnival fetting spirit. And then I am, for those of you who don't know, part of a band called How About Now. So make sure to follow us on social media, also Facebook and Instagram. We've been gigging. We've been on Prosperity. We were just at Levels last night. We're going to be at the homecoming for UVI today. So we are I would say we're a big band. We got brass. They're really good on live music, and we do soca. So I'm like over here trying to think about all the things I need to say. So soca band. So definitely check us out. And photography, I'm kind of laying low for a little bit. I'm doing work here and there, but I'm focusing on the music and the content and making sure that my life is good and I'm happy. So.
All right. Well, you guys know where to find me. I'm on Dialogue 340. And with that, we are out. We talk about social media influence, the do's and the don'ts, what to look forward to, some tips. But I think we had a really good conversation. Dialogue 340, we are out.